We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Happening today, a confirmation hearing for Governor Wes Moore's pick to lead the Department of Juvenile Services, why some are raising concerns about the pick. Leaders in Baltimore County sounding the alarm after another shooting in Towson. What we're learning about the most recent incident. And the celebration is only just beginning. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl 57 champions. Coming up, a look at the close matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news. A broken water pipe is forcing 4 schools in Baltimore to close. Take a look at your screen. These are the schools: Augusta Fell Savage Institute of Visual Arts, Harlem Park Elementary Middle School, Bluford Drew Jemison STEM Academy West, and Career Academy will all be closed both today and tomorrow so that repairs can be made. A decision about Wednesday will be made tomorrow morning. Turning now to session 2023 and happening today in Annapolis, the State Senate Executive Nominations Committee will hold a confirmation hearing for Governor Wes Moore's pick to lead the Department of Juvenile Services. That's Vincent Schiraldi. But as Shannon Lilly reports, some critics are raising concerns about the pick.
Well, it all comes down to his views on trying young adults in juvenile court. In fact, sparks may fly in today's hearing as we know that the issue of juvenile crime remains top of mind for people here in Maryland. But first, let's take a look at some of the information ahead of today's hearing. It's happening at 5 this evening in the Miller Senate building in Annapolis. And again, it is a confirmation hearing held by the State Senate Executive Nominations Committee. Going back to that controversy, though, critics are skeptical of some of Schiraldi's past writings, which talk about the possibility of not charging people with crimes until they're 21 years old to prevent them from experiencing the adult criminal justice system. Well, with juvenile crime being such a major problem in the city, some people worry the problem is only going to get worse if young people are not held accountable. So we asked City State's Attorney Ivan Bates about juvenile justice and Vincent Schiraldi's take on this topic. He says he wants to know where everyone stands. Take a listen.
That's something I feel the state's attorney's office really need to understand and know, because I would like to have that nominee define, what he views as violent, what he views as nonviolent, because I think that would allow me to have a better understanding in terms of the mindset of way he's looking at the law. I recognize some of these writings were in New York, some of them also down in Washington, D.C. I heard some very positive things, and I've also heard some other things that are a little concerning. But I'm also a big believer in that the governor did his due process, and this is who the governor wants.
And speaking of that, Schiraldi does have a lengthy resume in the criminal justice world. He previously served as the commissioner of New York City's Department of Corrections and the director of juvenile corrections in Washington, D.C. But remember, in order for Schiraldi to take office, this needs to be approved by the Senate committee. So we'll have to see how today's hearing plays out. Reporting, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Meanwhile, the House will hold a hearing on Wednesday on a bill that City State's Attorney Ivan Bates is backing to toughen penalties for some gun crimes, and now Republicans introducing more bills to tackle crime. The No Bail for Violent Offenders Act, the Juvenile Gun Offense Accountability Act, and the Gun Theft Act. Republicans say the bills are an effort to get tough on crime.
Tough on crime policies that have been passed in Annapolis over the last few years have resulted in hundreds and hundreds of deaths of innocent people.
You can find more on the Republicans' proposed crime bills on our website, foxbaltimore.com. Making headlines, the U.S. is telling all American citizens to leave Russia immediately. The U.S. Embassy says the warning is due to an increased risk of wrongful detentions of American citizens. Embassy officials say Russia's security services have singled out U.S. citizens for detention and harassment as the ongoing war with Russia and Ukraine continues. The U.S. military has shut down another object, this time over Lake Huron. Michigan Representative Jack Bergman confirming the news on Twitter, writing the U.S. military decommissioned the object. This is the third known object to be taken down within North American airspace over the last 3 days. On Saturday, Canada downed an unidentified object flying over the Yukon. According to the country's defense minister, the object was flying around 40,000 feet and posed a threat to commercial and citizen aviation. She noted the object is potentially similar to the Chinese balloon shot down off the coast of South Carolina last week, but refused to speculate on its origins. 11:05, here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one happening today. City Council President Nick Mosby will appear in court for his hearing surrounding an ethics violation. This comes after it was postponed for a second time last month. 8 months ago, the City Ethics Board found Mosby violated city ethics rules surrounding his failure to report donations to a legal defense trust in his name. Mosby appealed that decision and filed a late memorandum naming his new attorney and laying out his defense. Attorneys for the Ethics Board asked the judge not to accept the filing because it was filed 3 months late. Trending number two, manhunt suspect David Linthicum is due in court for a bail review hearing this afternoon. According to charging documents, the 24-year-old is facing several charges, including attempted murder. He was taken into custody Friday morning after nearly 2 days on the run. It all started Wednesday when police responded to a call for someone in crisis. Over the course of the 2 days, 2 officers were shot. Linthicum was eventually taken into custody in neighboring Harford County. Trending number three, Baltimore County police are investigating another shooting near the Towson Circle. Police say it happened just after 7 Sunday night near the intersection of West Towson Town Boulevard and Washington Avenue. That's right near the Towson Circle and Towson Town Center. We're working to find out how old the victim is and what led up to the shooting. Trending number four, Baltimore's Department of Public Works is facing a massive worker shortage. Facing a 25% vacancy rate, DPW says it is undergoing a job classification and compensation study. But Councilman Isaac Yitzi-Slifer says he doesn't believe those hiring events are actually getting more workers and said that DPW is completely out of touch with the needs of the city. You can download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. We'll show you the biggest highlight from the night. And Adidas says it is losing money, a lot of it, after dropping Kanye West. Just how much the company could lose and what shoppers are saying about it. But first, a near miss at a New York airport, 2 planes nearly hitting one another. The legal action the feds are now taking as it investigates what went wrong.
Weather story looks like this. More sunshine today and a warmer afternoon ahead with temperatures staying above average, not only today, but for the next couple of days. We should top out right about 60 this afternoon, upper 30s tonight, a little cooler tomorrow, but still in the 50s overall. We've got even some warmer numbers to talk about later this week. We'll do that in just a few.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 now. The Kansas City. Taking a look now at your social stream, the NTSB is taking a deeper dive in its investigation following a near-miss crash at JFK Airport. Federal safety experts are looking into why an American Airlines plane crossed an active runway without clearance last month. It forced a Delta flight to abort its takeoff in order to avoid a crash on the ground. The NTSB has issued subpoenas for the testimony of the American Airlines pilots involved. Because the American Airlines flight went on to London's Heathrow, its voice recorders were overwritten, so investigators can't hear what was said at the time. This is how you're reacting. Dr. Bob says, refusing to be interviewed? Oh, boy. Another person, refusing or just not allowed by the union? Adidas says dropping Kanye West could cost the company $1.3 billion. Almost half of that is from its inability to sell merchandise associated with them. Adidas says it's trying to figure out if it can repurpose the merchandise. It's also budgeting more than $200 million for a strategic review. Adidas ended its 9-year partnership with the rapper in October due to his anti-Semitic remarks. Reaction on social media. A lot of people are talking about it. One person saying that's the chance you take when you jump on a bandwagon for profits. Another saying, how much would it have cost in profit to keep him? The only remaining Blockbuster store, didn't even know they still had these, is going viral after a new ad that aired during the Super Bowl. The video rental shop in Bend, Oregon is the last one in the country. At one time, oh, look at those aisles. At one time, Blockbuster operated more than 9,000 locations nationwide, but on-demand services like Netflix pushed it out of business. I remember going, looking for, hoping that your movie was on the shelf. Let's see, Matt says, I'm just curious who still rents physical copies of movies. Another person, I miss going to Blockbuster Friday nights to see if they had the latest movies. Memories. I feel that way about it. Still ahead, how emotional stress can impact our bodies physically, the medical conditions it can cause that could shorten our lifespan. But first, a crisis in the classroom. A Project Baltimore investigation finds 23 Baltimore City schools have 0 students proficient in math. The changes one prominent civil rights attorney is now calling for. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over the Inner Harbor. A cool and cloudy start to the morning, but things will warm up, pushing us close to the 60s when rain will move back in. We'll have all that coming up. 11:15 now, and turning to the crisis in the classroom. The shocking findings revealed in a Project Baltimore investigation. 23 Baltimore City schools have 0 students proficient in math. That is 2,000 students, all falling short of state standards on their most recent exams. It's prompting outrage from parents.
I can't afford no $1,000 tutor from Sylvan, but that's what he needs.
And our kids are not caught up, but we're passing them. We're passing them, but they can't read.
Terrible. Horrible.
City and state leaders often turning a blind eye to Fox 45 News when questioned, but prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump knows the failures of city schools well and says these findings are par for the course. Last year, he joined a lawsuit against city schools, which accuses the school system of wasting taxpayer dollars and failing to provide an adequate education to generations of students. In an exclusive interview with Fox 45's Maxine Stryker, she asked him about these latest findings.
You're very familiar, obviously, with the performance of Baltimore City Schools and our reporting and the lawsuit. Do you think this is a crisis moment, hearing this latest news?
I think that anytime a young person is denied quality education, it represents a crisis. And so what we have to do is look at the situation for what it is. We have to say, we are failing our children, and we have to take the responsibility to do better.
Dr. Ben Carson, who wrote the book Crisis in the Classroom with Crump, says the answer may just be new leaders.
The solution is to get somebody in charge who cares. Because this, let me put it this way. If it was their child and their child was in this system and there was a responsibility for educating a child, I guarantee you, you would see different results. Obviously, you have people who just aren't that interested in doing anything about it.
That brings us to our question of the day. Should Baltimore parents be given school choice if their child's school is failing? So far, 93% of people say yes. You can head to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. Coming up on the Fox 45 News at 4, a suspect accused of injuring 2 police officers during last week's manhunt in court today. The latest on the punishment he could face and reaction from the neighborhood that was paralyzed by the search. Then at 5, a shooting this weekend, just a week after horrifying sexual assault. We're pressing Baltimore County leaders on the crime in Towson Circle as they say it's not as bad as it seems. And at 6, when will a hearing take place? Looking into just how quickly the city council can move and why it seems like they're waiting to address a crisis in Baltimore City classrooms. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. If you're under a lot of stress, it could be hurting your health. For many of us, stress is something that is all too familiar, but doctors say stress can accelerate aging and cause inflammation, which makes us more vulnerable to chronic diseases. And when stress is not addressed, it can also lead to anxiety and depression. Health professionals say if stress starts to prevent you from performing everyday tasks, be sure to get professional help. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now, and stress is no joke. I mean, you think about the ways it manifests in your body. You don't want to mess with it if you can help it.
That's right. It adds fat, cortisol. It actually, you gain weight, it adds fat. It also slows down your metabolism. So, you know, how do you manage your stress? It's so important. How do you manage your stress, Patrice? What?
I had an immediate response, and then my mind said you should probably filter that for television. So I go read. I go. I like to read.
You're doing a lot of reading these days, so. No, I like to, you know, for me, it's outside. Outside, the kids and the dogs.
Yeah,
and so that's for me.
I would agree.
But you know what? Allison accused me of having no high highs, no low lows. I kind of stay I'm pretty laid back, believe it or not. I'm kind of laid back.
You are, from what I can tell about you, you are. So now it's going to be my job to see if I can get you riled up.
You can't. Yeah, it's hard to get me riled up now.
All right, well, good. That's good for you and your health.
I'm going to read like you, Patrice. I saw you read a whole dictionary yesterday.
It's better than what I was going to say first. All right, a cool start to the day. But we're climbing up near 60s, much better than the freezing conditions that meteorologist Justin Chambers shows us those in Kentucky are dealing with.
Yeah, checking out some fog. This is actually in Kentucky, and it's freezing fog. That's the stuff you don't want to see. Not easy to drive through or to get around as the temperatures are cold in that part of the country. We had kind of a day like that yesterday with a lot of cloud cover, the rain that was around as well. More sun on the way for this afternoon with warmer conditions as well. Those temperatures staying above average. And you can see on our hour-by-hour forecast continuing to climb. There's the average of 46. So we already blew past that earlier this morning. We're looking at upper 50s and even some lower 60s into that 2 and 3 o'clock hour for this afternoon. That's going to be the big difference, is the fact that we will have more sunshine to deal with. 55 Westminster, 57 at Cockeysville, Bel Air, 55 as well in Chestertown, and close to 60 in Annapolis for this afternoon. Up and down the 95 corridor, also looking pretty good in the district there. Also close to 60 today with lower 50s down the ocean, 61 in Richmond for this afternoon. Now here's a look at our temperature tracker, and notice we stay above that average line pretty much all week, even when we dip down on Saturday to about 47. That's typically where we are for February. So that's when it'll feel more like February as we head toward the weekend. But looking good here on our future scan, staying mainly dry through Monday and also into Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday will bring a little bit more cloud cover. May see a stray shower or two, but overall, the temperatures are really warming up. And that's ahead of our next weather maker. That's going to be a strong cold front moving through as we get into Thursday. So ahead of that front, we stay warm, but also track a few rain showers as well. Here's your exclusive 10-day forecast. Mid to upper 50s on Tuesday, then mid 60s into Wednesday and Thursday. Then those numbers start to fall back down. But look at the right side of your screen. Upper 50s and 60s continue for President's Day and into next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, a musical mystery, costume competition, a guessing game, whatever you call it. The Masked Singer is back for an all-new season this week. We're going to take you behind the scenes for a special preview of season 9. But first, bad news for Twitter, the big change in advertising that is cutting into the company's bottom line. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25 now. Don't miss this, a stroller recall to tell you about. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is doubling down on its warning, saying the sit and stand double and ultra strollers by Baby Trend are dangerous. In a statement Friday, Baby Trend says its strollers were, quote, completely safe when used as intended. But the CPSC is accusing the company of making inaccurate statements and says the stroller can cause life-threatening injuries. More than 1 million strollers have been sold at stores like Walmart, Target, Kohl's, and Bye Bye Baby. Bad news for Twitter. Many of the site's top advertisers have stopped spending on the platform. That's according to data provided by digital marketing analysis firm Pathmatics. The data shows more than half of Twitter's top 1,000 advertisers in September were no longer spending on the platform in the first weeks of January. As a result, monthly revenue from Twitter's top advertisers plummeted by more than 60% from October, when Elon Musk acquired Twitter, through January 25th. Well, the wait is almost over. The Masked Singer returns this week for season 9, and we got a sneak peek of the competition with some of the show's judges.
It literally feels like a high school reunion of only the friends that you liked. It's true.
Well, the team is back for season 9 of the hit show with all new competitors and all new costumes. The Masked Singer season 9 premieres this Wednesday at 8, right here on Fox 45. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Hey, Patrice, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Do you have your gift yet? Coming up, we'll look at how inflation is changing shoppers' habits and just how much the average person will spend to say, I love you. Stick around.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Baltimore, I'm Mark Clark, and this is B1 Lifestyle Live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. And yes, all the Undertaker jokes, please send them to me. Lady T is here along with, with Walter Kirkland, the general manager of the Woodmore Country Club. Yes. Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Good morning.
Great, Mark.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs are now Super Bowl champs. It came down to the wire, but with a final score of 38-35, the Kansas City Chiefs became Super Bowl champs for the third time in history Sunday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Chiefs aren't the only ones celebrating. Super Bowl halftime performer Rihanna starting her performance by rubbing her belly, causing social media to ask the question on the morning show a week ago. But what do you think? Okay, Walter, you saw the belly and you instantly knew, right?
Man, I saw the belly and that was the reveal, and I'm like, wait a minute. She is pregnant for sure. So she's having a child there, Mark. That's what she's going to do.
Lady T, you knew it, but you held it from us, Lady T. Why'd you keep the secret? Would you cut a deal with her?
I didn't know. Listen, I am so shocked. I was like, oh my goodness, Rihanna. Because, you know, there was a game, but there was mainly the Rihanna concert there. And I was so excited to view it. But let me say, when she came out and she revealed the bump, that whole household was in shock that I was at. So that was major news for us. Look at it. She wasn't giving it her full all because, you know, she's pregnant. And I truly understood that. But let me tell you something. Her bae, A$AP Rocky, is really living up to his name right now and securing that bag for the second time. Go ahead, boy.
He put 2 investments in.
He is securing it. Okay.
And props for Rihanna doing the butterfly and being pregnant. You go.
Yes,
and standing
it was
on
a Tootsie Roll.
that balancing act. How did
it was
she stay
on
up
a
there?
flying stage.
Right.
That's amazing.
What? On a flying saucer. Now, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so if you haven't gotten your gift for a special someone, here's your reminder. A Lending Tree survey found 27% of Americans in relationships racked up debt to buy a gift. Most spend about $187 on Valentine's Day. That's actually $31 down from last year's. It's likely due to inflation and lack of possible income. Because of that, a separate Wallet Hub survey found 1 in 4 Americans expects their sweetie to spend absolutely nothing this year. So, Walter, we know, Walter, you've been a player a long time.
Oh, come on, Mark.
I'm just saying.
He done revealed the player card on
from
you.
the Himalaya.
I'm just saying, Walter, and you know the wallet's always fat. So for you, sir, is it up or is it down this year for you as far as spending?
Actually, it was down. It was more of in the middle, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Lady T, he just got back from some country, so, you know, it's like...
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Lady T, now, you're not used to spending. I know they spend on you, but what about you? Is it up or down?
Oh, for me? Oh, I ain't spending nothing on nobody. Let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you what you could do, though, for a sister. All right, City Girl said it best. Classy but trashy. Cash at me, baby. Okay? That's what I want. I want a bunch of cash apps for Valentine's Day. Flowers are nice, but cash at me, boo.
Okay, we want you to tell it. Have you gotten your special something special yet? On the gift, did you buy your special someone a gift yet? That's what I'm trying to say. Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, Subway is making changes. It will no longer use pre-sliced meat on its sandwiches. Wait a minute. Instead, the meat will be sliced in store when customers order their sandwich. The sub-chain is hoping the change leads to increased sales. Now, let me tell you something. Hold up now, Walter. We've all been to Subway, okay?
Yeah, unfortunately.
We all know what we're getting. Now, me and Walter remember when we used to go into a deli and they used to slice it, but that used to be Mike or Ted or Tina who handled the meat. They handle the meats. But I don't know if I trust, Walter, these people who are just working at Subway to handle sliced meats. What's your take?
The quality, the texture, it's not the same. Back in New York, where I'm from, as you know, Mark, it was sliced right in front of you. It was very fresh. Here, you got flies flying around. You just don't know what's going on.
Oh, wait a minute, Walter. I didn't know you're from New York, too. What part, bro?
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon. I'm a Queens girl. I'm a Queens girl.
Queens in the house.
I was just about to say, listen, it's all about, first of all, let me find out we weren't eating fresh for real at Subway. That's the craziest part. But yeah, Walter's right. Like in New York at the bodegas, you know, you really are eating it fresh because they're slicing it right then and there in front of you. Shout out to all the bodegas in New York. But listen, you want that thing. You want it fresh. You want it like freshly sliced. That's the best way to have it.
The other thing is, from a health perspective, we were talking in the green room, you want healthy food because your body has to metastasize that food. So unhealthy food, I think, brings on a lot of comorbidities and health issues. So that's why it's so important to have fresh food.
Yeah, and then we're going to put a bunch of butter on it, like what they do. Actually, we're going to put a bunch of butter and mayo.
Well, okay, that's going to look.
That's not healthy, but it tastes good.
We're going to hear from Walter, who's the most interesting man in the world, and Lady T with some tea coming up. Thanks, guys. It's the Super Bowl of Hollywood. Lady T's talking the hottest award shows like the Oscars. We'll look at the statues up for grabs. But first, stocking your kitchen with the coolest cookware without breaking the bank. The newest tool at a great price coming up for your steals and deals.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
The price of new cookware can be a real budget buster. Today, Nick Calderon is here to share a new kitchen discovery and an exclusive discount with today's steals and deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Gnocchi.
At home, my wife and I like to cook a lot. It's an easy way for us to eat healthy, save money, and just simply spend time together. You guys probably feel the same way at home. And one of the best ways to eat healthy is to use healthy cookware. I'm talking about the Phantom Chef cookware today. Behind me, I've got their Dutch oven going with a little bit of soup. The Dutch oven comes with these two handy pot holders. Let's see how things are going in here. Smells good. Now I can take that Dutch oven from the stovetop, pop it right into the oven, and then from there, even into the fridge. As with all of their cast aluminum lightweight cookware. The cast aluminum makes it 30% lighter than cast iron. Here's their non-stick fry pan. Let's throw in some chicken cutlets right now. As you can also see, this is good looking stuff. Nice blue with the gold handles. Non-stick as well, non-toxic, all coated with ingredients that are healthy and safe to cook with. Right now, we're offering up to 46% off the Phantom Chef cookware. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. Now, where was I here? Oh, yeah. It's moving on to the veggies now.
Hey you guys, I'm Lady T and I'm here at the Cape Pearl Tea Room in Westminster for a special edition of Spilling the Tea. Cape Pearl Tea Room, they are known for the best tea service around town, and they're more than happy to always accommodate your party for an authentic tea service. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what time it is. Let's go spill some tea.
All right, you guys, this is the best time of the year. It's award season when all those golden statues are rolled out. All right, let's talk about this Oscars tea. I know the first thing that's on everybody's mind is, who's gonna get slapped this year? But no, honestly, there's so many firsts this year with the Oscar nominations. Let's get to it. All right, so Michelle Yeoh, the first Asian woman, okay, to be nominated for an Oscar.
amazing. She's got a lot of firsts this year, so she's doing a lot of big things. Then Angela Bassett, first time a Marvel character has ever been nominated for an Oscar for her role in Wakanda, the most recent one. And also Jamie Lee Curtis, who's been cheering everybody on in the audience for years, and now she has her time to shine. She's nominated also. A lot of firsts this year, you guys. Do you guys know Colin Farrell? It was his first time ever being nominated for Best Actor. And then also Brendan Fraser, he had that major transformation for this film that he's in called The Whale, which is pretty awesome. I feel like it could go either way there. I'm kind of nervous to see who it is, but of course I'm rooting for Colin Farrell because I love a good first, okay? I think what people are mostly looking forward to this year is Rihanna. Okay, so Rihanna is prepared to perform also. So she's gonna be performing Lift Me Up, the song that she recently came out with. Now it's a little different. We're not used to this version of Rihanna, so it's a little different for us, a little slower, a little bit more of a ballad, I would say, right? She is winning this year, so she's doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl, and then she's gonna do the Oscars performance. Okay. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once has at least 9 nominations, and I'm thinking they're gonna take home the Best Picture award. I'm casting my vote right now. I think they're gonna take it, honestly. Just for the name alone, it's confusing and it makes you wanna watch it. So hopefully all those who attend can be safe, stay safe from any slaps happening that night. Hopefully my phone doesn't ding, 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 ding. All right, so I know you'll be tuning in. I'll definitely be tuning in. The Oscars air on March 12th at 8 p.m. And of course, I'll be recapping it all with you next time on Spillin' the Tea with Lady T.
Still ahead, a man of many talents, committed to helping young men become their best selves. He'll talk about the organizations he's connected to and the community that's making a difference. And love is in the air, and it's that time of year to show you your better half how much you appreciate them. Next, the advanced technology you can use to create unique and heartfelt gifts for your someone special. Stay right there.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
100 Black Men is dedicated to helping the youth by providing mentoring, education, health and wellness, and economic empowerment. The founder of the Prince George's County chapter joins us now, Walter Kirkland. Walter, I tease you. I call you the Renaissance man. I mean, a Hall of Famer in track at Rutgers. You're also, you know, general manager at the Woodmore Golf, and also I met you in business settings.
Yes.
And so one of the ideas your organization embraces is to personify the type of people you want our children to be. Talk to us about that.
You know, we have a saying, Mark, what you see is what you'll be. And that's so profound in so many different levels. You know, when a young man or young girl, 8 and 18, are trying to find their way in Prince George's County or somewhere in the country, we at the 100 Black Men, Mark, we try to find a way to emulate it's not what you say in life, it's how you say it. It's how you carry yourself. We live in such crazy, overstimulated world that the 100 Black Men, we take the core competencies of financial literacy, health and wellness, education, and mentoring, and we try to mold these young people to make them leaders of the future. And it's such an honor to be the founding president of the local chapter here out of 105 chapters across the country. We're the largest mentoring organization in the world. It's an honor to mentor these young people in this county and across the country.
And Walter, it's almost like the workout piece. Many of us, I've said it before, well, I'm too busy to volunteer. I'm too busy. What do you say to those people who say they're too busy to help?
Well, you know what, Mark? We talk about this all the time. You find time to do what you want to do. You make the time. It's like working out. It's like training. You find a way to make the time that means dear to your heart. You get up earlier. You have a shorter lunch. You find a way to impact the youth. And that's what I'm encouraging your viewers and listeners to do. If there's something you want to do as it relates to mentoring, relates to life, health and fitness, I know we're going to talk about that in another segment, find a way to make the time, because really, you know, what you measure is what you improve. And if you don't measure it, you don't improve it. So you got to put the stake in the ground and make it happen. You can find the time, Mark. Come on.
And Walter, a lot of people, the image of young people, I think, suffers. We always talk about the negative. What are they longing for? What are they, when you deal with them, what are they longing for?
Man, they're longing for a strong, authentic leader. The key for your listeners, Mark, if you're authentic, these young people will follow you. If you're not authentic, guess what? Get away from them. They call me an OG. Some call me a double OG. But if you're authentic, they will listen. They will follow you. They want to be led, Mark. They want you to lead them. It's like in a football game or a track meet. If you're a strong leader and you're authentic, they will follow you. But you have to be authentic and really mean it from your heart versus being very superficial.
And Walter, as we wrap up, how can people contact you or contact the organization?
Yeah, you can contact me at 240-535-3346. That's 240-535-3346. Please reach out to me. We love to get you engaged with the youth in the county of Prince George's County and the state of Maryland.
I love it. Thanks, man, for joining us, okay?
Absolutely.
And now let's go over to Justin Chambers, take a look at the beautiful sunrises over Illinois, the best weather in America. Justin.
Well, this is kind of a cool shot here from Joey Marino, my buddy there in Illinois. And this is a shot of that morning sunshine. Even though it's cold in Illinois, not a bad start there. Quiet morning, plenty of sun. You can see extremely mild conditions, and that's what folks there are dealing with. And we are going to deal with something similar here today. So we get rid of the cloud cover and the rain that we had on Super Bowl Sunday. More sun on the way this afternoon. Warmer conditions as well, and temperatures staying above average, not only today, but basically through the rest of this week. So here's a look at your high temps. 55 in Westminster and Eldersburg this afternoon, 56 Reisterstown, close to 60 in Towson through Lutherville and Timonium, some lower 60s for Baltimore down through Dundalk as well. Numbers in Howard and Arundel counties also in those mid to upper 50s. Ellicott City and Elkridge down through Odenton today, close to 60 Severna Park and down through Annapolis as well. And up and down the 95 corridor, you can see kind of that theme with those lower 60s for Southern Virginia. Not bad down the ocean, 52 Ocean City and 53 in Cumberland if you're heading to Western Maryland. I know fans in Philly probably not happy this morning, but 57 for the high in that city today. All right, here's a look at our temperature tracker. Notice that above average trend and that nice little hump there as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, mid 60s. Numbers are going to drop back off into Friday, and by Saturday, you're going to see them kind of bottom out in those upper 40s, but still not too bad considering what we typically are and where we could be in February, typically one of the coldest months. Not the case this month, or this year, I should say, with our future scan staying mainly dry, not only today, but also into tomorrow. On Wednesday, we do bring in some more cloud cover and those warmer temperatures. That's ahead of that next cold front that's going to be rolling through as we head into Thursday. And that also is going to bring us our next weather maker. Some showers by Thursday, late morning into the afternoon and into Thursday evening as well. Here's your 10-day forecast. Again, those showers coming later this week. Heading toward the weekend, we are going to be dry for President's Day weekend, but a little bit colder on Saturday. But as we look ahead toward next week, you can see those numbers go right back up.
This segment is sponsored by Adobe Express, Petty Pocket, Pilot Pen, and Light Tricks.
Love is in the air, so it's the perfect time to remind everyone in your life just how much you care. If you're at a loss for what to get to special individuals in your life, for Valentine's Day, author and lifestyle expert Megan Murphy, M&M, is here to help. Megan, take it away. You look like you got great stuff. I like that top, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm all about homemade cards, but I've turned in my construction paper and crayons, and now my go-to is Adobe Express. It is a free web and mobile design tool that allows you to create cards, and not just cards, but invitations, menus. There are thousands, and I do mean thousands of templates to choose from. It basically turns anybody into a graphic designer. It's absolutely free. If you want to upgrade to premium, that's $9.99, but Adobe Express. I'm also about all the cuddle sessions. I say skip the restaurant, skip dinner, and stay home and cuddle with takeout. And you need the Petty Pocket blanket to do just that. It has a patented foot pocket that you tuck your toesies into, so there's never going to be cold feet on Valentine's Day or any other day of the year. It comes in 3 sizes. The newest ones are Sherpa lined, 20+ different colors. Go to pettypocketblanket.com to shop the whole collection, 3 different sizes. My kids are in love with those blankets. I am also, Mark, all about handwritten anything. I think the most romantic thing in the world is just a little handwritten love letter, a little handwritten note. But in order to put pen to paper, you need the right pen. And I'm all about Pilot pens. My favorite is the Friction because it's erasable. I also love Pilot's G2 gel pens. They come in so many vivid colors. The Mineral Art collection is my go-to. Really pretty colors. PowerToThePen.com to shop the entire collection. They really make a great gift too if someone in your life loves to bullet journal. And Mark, this is just for fun, and I can't wait for you to try this, but it is the Photo Leap app. So you download this and you can create AI avatars. That is, I don't know if that's 80s or 90s, Megan, but the hair is amazing. And just in time for Valentine's Day, there are going to be AI avatars for couples. So you upload 10 photos of yourself, 10 photos of your partner, and Photo Leap creates a series of images. So they might give you an old-timey wedding, or put you at an 80s prom, or in front of the Eiffel Tower. I mean, they are a riot, and the technology is mind-blowing to me because they get it so right. That's Photo Leap, and the bundles are starting at $3.99.
Wow, and this is why they call her Miraculous Megan.
Oh my goodness, I like that. Can you make my kids call me that?
Hey, I'm Miraculous Megan. How can we get more information?
Okay, so go to d6,6news.com/Valentine's Day, and I got everything there right for you.
Thanks, dear. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Mark. Happy Valentine's Day.
Still ahead, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. How much the average person will spend to say, I love you. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so if you haven't gotten a gift for your special someone, here's your reminder. A Lending Tree survey found 27% of Americans in relationship rack up debt to buy a gift. Most will spend about $187 on Valentine's Day. That's actually $31 down from last year's estimate. It's likely due to inflation and a lack of disposable income. Because of that, a separate Wallet Hub survey found 1 in 4 Americans expects their sweetie to spend nothing this year. And we wanted you to tell it. Have you gotten your special someone their gift? You're saying we don't do gifts. Okay. Great show lined up for tomorrow. Going to be Valentine's Day. We'll sit down with the relationship expert to talk about what makes a healthy relationship and how to work on things as a couple.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at The Mark Clark Show. Guess what? We'll see you tomorrow.